Hi, Wayne Rivers with the Family Business Institute. This is the third and final installment of our blog post on the top roles for family business CEOs. If you haven't seen the first two videos, we'll have links below so you can go back and catch up. All right, so we're on number 8. What is the number 8 role for family business leaders? And that is the advocate. You need to be the advocate for quality and customer service in your organization. So for example, everybody does some form of quality assurance. For some people, it's as simple as, well, we don't hear that many complaints, so things must be okay. That is the most rudimentary form of customer service, and my assumption is when you do hear complaints, you take action on them, which is good. But you can certainly develop your quality assurance program to a higher level. One thing we've instituted here, which tens of thousands of businesses around the world have done, and we're frankly copying them, is Net Promoter Score system. So it's really a 2-question quality assurance survey, and you can compare yourself to not only people in your own industry, but you can compare yourself to, Apple or Microsoft or IBM or Delta Airlines, and your NPS ought to be higher than an airline, that's for sure. But ultimately, what that allows you to do is get a hard measure of the quality you're delivering to customers, and then act on the instances where your quality doesn't measure up. I'm not saying if you have 10,000 customers, you need to be on the phone calling everyone. You need to oversee this program, and you need to be the zealot for your company's quality and customer service in your organization. The 9th role, you need to be the custodian of the finances of your business, especially the corporate cash. I hear people all the time talking about how profitable they are, but they don't have any cash. At the end of the year, it just doesn't seem to be 2 nickels to rub together. And that's because they're not managing cash, they're managing profitability. They're really 2 different things. Most of our clients have been really educated about accounting by their CPAs, by their public accountants. And they've been educated wrong. Sorry if I'm stepping on toes, but it's true. They've been educated in compliance accounting. What number has to go in what box on the tax return to fulfill government expectations and to minimize the taxes that you pay. Some of our clients are so obsessed with tax minimization, it's really astounding. It really is. What they're not educated on is managerial finance. How do I manage cash? How do I maximize my cash? What concrete steps can I take to increase the amount of cash we keep at the end of the year? Oh great, we showed a profit, but where's all that beautiful cash that I can distribute to my employees or myself and have a little fun in life? And finally, the 10th role for family business leaders is you need to be the mediator for disputes and dissatisfactions in your organization. In other words, you need to be the chief morale officer. You need to make sure that, primarily, the number 1 tip here, you need to make sure you're getting rid of your bad eggs. It is amazing to me that every time one of our clients reports that they had to let an employee go, they also almost simultaneously report that morale went up. Because inevitably, these people who are not happy, who are creating dissension or frustration in your organization, are not only frustrating you, they're frustrating everybody else in the organization too. So that's the number 1 role. When I say the mediator of disputes, if you have an employee that always seems embroiled in conflict or controversy in your organization, you really have to look at that employee. Is that a valuable, conscientious thing that they're providing for you? Or is it a PITA, a pain in the neck, if you know what I mean? And that person just needs to go. So along with bird dogging and evaluating talent, which was rule number 5, rule number 10 goes along with that. It's another HR function. You need to be the chief morale officer and make sure you have the bus is heading in the right direction. Okay, so a quick encapsulation. Number 1, grandmaster of corporate strategy. Number 2, keeper of the family and corporate vision. Number 3, protector of the family and corporate values. Number 4, communicator of the 3 things above. Number 5, the bird dogger and evaluator of talent. Number 6, the charismatic and authoritative spokesperson for the company. Number 7, personification of corporate and family teamwork. Number 8, the advocate for customer service and quality in your organization. Number 9, the custodian of the corporate finances, especially the cash. And number 10, the mediator and referee over family and non-family disputes in the organization. Now, That's a quick list. Again, it's in the book if you want to get that. What it ultimately gets down to, there's nothing in there about operating machinery, operating equipment, managing projects, making direct sales calls, even though that is a good use of CEO time. I'm not suggesting you just dump everything you do now, but what I am suggesting is you start working on your business versus just working in your business all the time. Your role will change as your company grows or your company shrinks. And as the Grandmaster of Corporate Strategy, you need to get ahead of that curve and figure out what your role needs to be to optimize your impact on your organization. You need to get that 30,000-foot view of where you need to be, and you need to be edging towards that role as soon as you possibly can. Try to spend 1 day per week at first, just 1 day a week, operating as a CEO and not as a glorified equipment operator or a glorified project manager or a glorified plumber or whatever it happens to be that your company does. Thanks very much. We look forward to seeing your comments. This is Wayne Rivers at the Family Business Institute.